Oh, I feel like I've got to get back into the swing of things now. Just like, oh, it feels like it's been a while, but it really hasn't. It's like, it's been a week. I took like basically a week off, and now I've just got to get back into the swing of things. Hello everyone, how you doing? My name is Elias J Dodger. How you doing, Gavin? How are we all? How are we all? It has been a good minute. It has been a hot minute. Is the music too loud? It feels a little bit too loud. I might turn it down. Just a chat. You know how I am. I'm always distracted when things are just a little bit like too loud and I can't hear myself think. How are we all doing? Yes, I'm gonna keep shilling my Live 2D debut. I am so excited about it. Okay. Thing is though, still don't know the date. The earliest I could see myself potentially getting it done by, like everything ready and all sorted, next week. If not the week after. I want to try and do this early January because I am itching to have this debut. Hello. Hello, MB Breadman. Hello, Blue. How are you doing?
Baba Boy.
Baba Boy. I really need to get these sound alerts sorted. I swear, like, I feel like sound alerts is the only one that works, but I guess it's just my general, like, Twitch alerts ones. You know, got to go home early because everyone was dead. Nice. Unfortunately, my work was not the same. My work was just like, oh, yeah, you have to do this for 7 hours. 10 out of 10 doctoring. Hell yeah. But hey ho. It's the grind, innit? It means I can get money so that I can commission more cool things for streaming. Yay! And eat food and other essentials. How has everyone's Christmas been? Also just saying, art. What? Wait, what's going? Is the tag art? Wait, I'm confused. I'm confused. I got confused. You've confusioned me. Oh, more art comes. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Oh, thank you for the like glow. Thank you. Oh, you're cool. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I'd love to get more art commissions. Like, I just generally like go on VGen all the time, and I'm just like, oh, who's around? Who's around to commission? So, okay, right. The general plan today, like, I just kind of want to yap, maybe for like an hour or so, just catch up, really. Like, reflect on the charity stream, because that went very well, and like, I'm so happy that it did. I think I will close the thing by Friday. I was gonna say like 1st of January, but then I was like, oh, I didn't stream on Friday last week, so I was like, okay, I'll leave it open for a little bit longer. What I was going to do while I'm here is see if I can sort out those sound alerts, because I swear I always struggle with them so bad. I don't get them, right? Because maybe I'm just doing something wrong with them, but like, when I put them onto Streamlabs, they like overlay all the time. So I assume I just need like one. I don't know. Because there's like, because it comes up like alert box 1, 2, 3, and 4 and stuff. But like, surely I could just have all my alerts on one box. I don't know. It's really confusing. It's confusing and I don't get it. Like, okay, just turn off the stream elements one and see what happens. Yeah, like, because the only one I've really got is sound alerts. I think it's only like the follows ones that just doesn't like me. Okay, let me try this and see if because the thing is, I like how sound alerts is right now, because I like that sound alerts doesn't give me the whole bring before like an actual redeem happens. Okay, let me try this. I don't know, just see if it works. If not, we live with these. Oh, please ignore that. Alright, okay, hopefully that should work, I guess. I don't know. We live with these. Okay, right. My Christmas. Let's start with Christmas, I guess. It's the chronological order of things. Mine was good. Mine was a good Christmas. It was chill. Whoa! Hey! Got adjunct. Oh, thank you. And, okay. Right, yeah, see what I mean? Like, okay. So I guess we don't need the browser source one? Oh, God, it's so confusing. I guess the alert box does the job? Thank you for something. I appreciate it. I need to make some more emotes. Because I think the Twitch one could go. We have Elias. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We love Elias. Elias is doing an important service here. Elias is carrying. Yeah. My Christmas was relatively quite chilled out this year because I think financially things were a little bit like, you know, life happened and we don't have a lot going on, like money-wise, and it's like, understandable. Like, hey, thank you for the raid, little fella. Okay, it is sort of working. Okay, I guess we just need to sort out noises and stuff, and then those should be a bit better. I want to get those sorted before we debut, honestly. I think that's my big thing. How are you doing? How was stream? I got double Elias. Yeah, so, okay, how, I lost my train of thought. Christmas. The music, shush, be a bit quieter. Guilty Gear was fun to watch. Yeah, like, little fella's very good at Guilty Gear. He's a very good Jacko player, which intimidates me to try and get into Guilty Gear properly, because I can play Slayer pretty decently, but, like, I am nowhere near his level. It's just like everyone watching me was just waiting for you to start. No. I mean, you were just like, you were playing Guilty Gear. People were like, fuck yeah, Guilty Gear. I know you said you were gonna stream and then like just raid into me. I mean, yeah, it's been a week. It's been a hot minute. How was everyone? How was your Christmases? Did you get anything interesting? Anything cool? Did you have a good meal? Did you even celebrate Christmas? Yeah, because, for me, so, like, my Christmas was pretty minimal this year, but both. So, yeah, I got, right, okay, one of the cool things I got, little fella, is to thank for this. We got a stream deck. I'm still figuring it out, so I'm kind of setting up mostly for the live 2D stuff. Still have, like, a lot to learn with just, like, what's best to add on to it and stuff. But it's sitting right under my new monitor screen I got for my birthday, and it's looking very nice, very pretty. Yeah. Thank little fella. And then, like, I guess, other things I got a lovely bag that I'm gonna use for work. Just, like, because effectively, right, this is really gonna expose just, like, how shit I am. Okay, right. So, my brain don't work, right? It don't work, it's dumb. It makes dumb choices that in its head are logical, and then in practice are like, that's so dumb, why did you do that, right? So, I had 2 bags. The first bag was one I've had for years. I'll dip the second charity goggle here. Really? Oh, yes, it did. In the last one, yes. In the charity stream, it did get hit, which was 150. I've left the charity stream up, the charity bar up until this Friday, because I was aware that some people weren't able to tune into the stream, and it was just in case. No pressure, no obligation. You know, it's there until Friday, and then we say we hit our goal, and next year, aim higher. God, next year is tomorrow. That's weird. So, yeah. Okay, so I was saying about these bags, right? So there's this one bag I've had that was from my dad. And this was like an old bag. I've had this for going on a decade, right? I still have it, right? Because, I'll elaborate. I'll elaborate on this story. So, blue bag, I can't remember the name of the make of it. But, like, very solid as far as bags go. I think there was, like, a slight rip on the water bottle holder bit, but I didn't even use that much to begin with. My dumbass, right? So, like, I'm using this bag for work. My dumbass leaves a tub in there. And, like, okay, I've done that before. It's not, like, an uncommon thing for Elias J Dodger to do. You know, leaving food, like, leaving leftover Tupperware in bags. Thing is, right, this one instance I did it had chicken in the in the Tupperware, and I went to go use the bag for work, and it stank like shit. Because the chicken was left a bit too, like, it was like a lot of chicken. It was like only like a tiny bit, probably some sort of gristly bit. You know how chicken gets like kind of weird little parts sometimes? This is gonna sound really weird. I just think, no! Yeah, so, I opened this bag, and it is putrid. It is like the smell of rotten chicken, which is like a sour smell. I put the Tupperware in the sink at that point, because I'm like, that is fucking disgusting. I'm not proud of myself. And then, like, I put the bag in the wash, and luckily, the smell has come out of the bag. But in the meantime, it was just like, dang, that was a good bag. Dang. And, entirely my fault. So I swapped to another bag. And this bag, I used it when I went on holiday. It's a very good bag. So it, like, folds in on itself to become a little, like, pouch. But it's like, it's not the most, I guess, professional looking bag, but it's a very good bag. It does the job. It's got a lot of compartments. It's got a lot of, like, storage space. You can fit a week's worth of clothing in there. It's really good. And this was effectively just the bag I was using all the time for, like, everything. If I didn't have a handbag to use, I was just using this backpack. But, like, it didn't really look like a work bag. It was just kind of any bag, because the other one, I made it smell like shit. It's more of a hiking bag, I believe it's the same. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Really good one. It's, like, very cheap as well. It's like 20 quid or something. So I use this bag, right? And I'm the sort of person, okay, so my office, we have a, like, shared communal area, for, like, lunch and stuff like that. I think other floors don't have it, so there's a lot of people in my building who'll come up to my floor to have, like, their lunch and stuff. And we have, like, signs on the fridge saying, like, don't steal other people's shit, it's bad, you will get, like, told off. I think they even use, like, it's a crime to steal, you know, like, super, like, do not steal. Whatever you do, do not steal. But, I'm still the sort of person that gets really worried that other people will touch my shit. I think the only things I have in that said, like, communal area is a cup with my initial on it, and I think at one point I had a spoon and it went missing, and I think that's why I got my big, like, fear. You wouldn't download a card. Exactly, you wouldn't take a spoon. So, like, yeah, I had this, I had this spoon there at one point, and then someone had used it and then just never returned it, and I think I just didn't trust the idea of leaving anything that I wanted to use there, because I felt like people would touch it. I was scared of that. I was scared of that possibility. So I leave in my bag for work a tub of chai latte mix, right? It's like a small tub, probably about hand size or something like that. Good chai latte, right? Good chai latte. But it's not the lid type. It's kind of those, I guess rubber type lids. where like you can just sort of like pull it off like that. And okay, so one lunchtime, I'm opening up my bag and I pull out like my little book. I think I was like gonna do some sketching or something. Or it was my Kindle actually. No, it was my Kindle. I was gonna do a little bit of reading. I pull out my Kindle and it's dusty. And I'm like, what's going on? And then I keep looking through the bag. I'm like, everything's really dusty. What's going on? And then I realised the fucking chai latte mix. The lid opened in my bag and it went everywhere. And I was lucky it didn't go on my work computer. Like, that would have been really bad. But it went on, like, all the non-essential, like, it won't end my life stuff. But it was still very, very annoying. And, like, I looked so fucking pathetic where I've taken everything out of my bag, tried to shake everything off. I've gone to the bin, and like, okay, the cleaners eat lunch, where we like have our like communal area. The cleaners eat lunch, so a few seats away from me, the cleaner's sitting there, and I'm there with my bag emptied, dipping it into the fucking bin, trying to like get out like chai latte dust. And it's like falling out of the bin, so it's falling onto the floor. And I have to go grab like some wet towel to wipe up the chai latte. Because my brain just works like this, I'm like, it doesn't seem to be going into the bin. What's the next logical solution? Ah, I know. Go to the toilet, take the bag, dip it into the toilet. Like, not like dip into water or anything, but like turn it into the toilet and shake out more of the dust so that at least the cleaner's not seeing me do this. That was my logic. And like, I'm doing it like, okay, you know when, in like old fucking 80s shows and stuff, where it's like, give us your money, and they're like shaking someone? That's me with a bag. Just shaking a bag over a toilet, and like, it was a weird sight seeing chai latte powder in a toilet. Yes, dusty shits, that's kind of what it looked like. I was making a chai latte in a toilet. It sounds so bad. I'm not proud of myself. At least it's funny. So like, yeah, that's just me. That is just me. I need to draw that. I need to draw just like Elias over the toilet with a bag, just like, get that chai powder out of there or whatever. It's so out of context. So, I did manage to get that sorted as well. The bag was eventually, you know, the chai latte was rid of. And I did learn my lesson that I really shouldn't put any like foodstuffs in my bag that I'm pretty sure like will leak or something. I mean, okay. They are trying to get me a locker at work because we have these like little locker sections. But like the issue, thank you for the clip. I'll check that after stream. The issue with the lockers right now, right? So the locker that they're trying to give me, for one thing, it's right on the floor. So most of my like co-workers are pretty older than me. And I think all of them were complaining of like, I can't get down that low, it will kill my back. And it's like, I don't blame you, it'll kill mine, and I'm way fucking younger. But it was like a previous person from my job. And the code was like, basically your, it was kind of like, you know, a really basic sort of code. And we were trying to reset it so I could like put my own custom code in. And then somehow we just locked the entire thing. Like today, it's me and my boss and we're just there trying to like put in a custom code and do like the whole like, it was a weird system, but we never fully figured it out. Because then at a certain point, the original code that the locker had and then the code that we tried to put in, neither started working, so it might be broken. But yeah, that's my work shenanigans of the week, if you will. My entire time working is just trying not to embarrass myself and somehow doing it. Like, oh my god, I don't think I even mentioned it, but I had a work due before Christmas. I feel like I didn't mention this. I had a work due before Christmas, and I genuinely feel it was the drunkest I've ever got. Because, like, effectively... Right, every time I talk about drinking, I need to preface this by saying, never follow my examples. I am bad at this. All I am good at is trying to make sure I don't throw up. And so far I've been pretty good at that. Otherwise, never follow any of my examples. So, like, we were at this Christmas meal, and it was fine, I guess. It had, like, some good parts. It had some, like, bits that were a bit underwhelming. Like, there wasn't a lot of meat on the plates, and it was, like, mostly veg, and I think that sucked, and a lot of people didn't like that. And I have, like, some alcohol to start. I get, like, I think it was a vodka Coke I started with. Or it might have been whiskey Coke. I think it was JD. Yeah, I think it was JD. Then then my boss gets multiple drinks for the table, and they're like wines. So after I finish my JD, I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll have some wine. I'm having some of the wine. It's red at first. It was a nice, like, Malbec, if I'm correct. And I'm, like, helping myself to this. And then I start realizing that no one else is really drinking, like, on my table. And I feel bad, because it's like, okay, these are nice bottles of, like, red and stuff that we've been brought. I don't want, like, no one to be drinking this. So, I take it upon myself, as is not my duty, just, I guess, self-inflicted. I was like, I shall try to drink through what I can in order to not let this good liquid go to waste. And then I do the heinous mistake at a certain point of mixing red and white. And, like, okay, so we finish, like, the meal, and we're starting to get up, and, like, I get up, and I'm just like, oh, fuck, I'm definitely drunk. Hello, Didi, how you doing? What's up, Duffel Puds and Marsh Wiggles? I love that. So, yeah, I got up, and I was just like, I'm definitely drunk. And, like, I think one of my coworkers who's about, like, my age or maybe a bit younger, I'm just sort of there going to him, I'm just like, I'm not okay right now. And then there's, like, still more drink. And I'm also like, because, okay, to my credit, I'm at least pretty decent knowing when I've drunk too much. So at a certain point during the night, I'm just like, okay, I'm done. Drinking in the P&G Dodger while she's... yeah, absolutely. Because, I have cooked a little tribute video to P&G Dodger before L2D Dodger comes into the picture. I literally cooked it in 10 minutes. It's really fucking funny. It's so bad. It's so funny. But yeah, as I was saying with that, I think the debut, earliest it'll be is next week, latest it'll be either the week after or... You've only had this one for like 2 months. Something like that, yeah, like... okay, admittedly, I was going to talk about this on the debut, but I don't really want to scrap this model by any means, because I still really like it. I still like the turn to rubber hose. I think it's really cute. So, my plans were... I have, like, one that's basically a more complicated plan, and one that would probably just be a bit more costly, but is possible. So one of my plans with this was to make Elias a toggle. So, like a channel point redeem. So what I can do is, if someone redeems it, then 10 minutes, Elias is rubber hose. But then that would mean like booting up Honk again, and then like changing the scenes and stuff like that. Depending on the stream, it might be a little bit awkward. But then what would be more achievable, and what would work much better with the Live 2D setup, would be getting a new model that's like, say, chibi model, but specifically rubber hose aesthetics. So then, like, if I wanted to do like a model swap, it'd be way quicker. So that, like, I think those are my goals in terms of like being a VTuber, is try and aim towards like having the Elias rubber hose as a toggle that can be redeemed. I dig it. Yeah, I think it could be fun. Because I still think like the rubber hose is a really nice aesthetic. It's just finding artists that do rubber hose. Or just grayscale it, freeze. You are right, I could potentially do that. But I still think the like rubber hose style, like this model isn't necessarily the rubber hose style. It's 920s style, but it's not really rubber hose style. And speaking of this model, the J in Elias J Dodger stands for Jabba Joe's. Jabba Joe's, Jibbity Joylet, Johio, Jariz. Yeah, right, okay. Where was it? Okay, so I was just saying, like, recently I got drunk. That's kind of the story, I got drunk. Giat. Is it pronounced Giat or Giat? Elias J Dodger. I love how every stream we get a new name. Like, I genuinely feel like we've never got a single stream without coming up with a new Elias name. Like, we need we need a website to just catalogs every single stream that I've had, and just every single stream every single name that we've gone through. Would it be bigger than the Iron Mouse database? But yeah, okay. The live TD, right? My brother in Christ, that's not a name, that's a keyboard spam. Yeah, the live TD model, like, holy shit, I'm so hyped for it. Okay. The way I've been describing it, right? I keep looking at live 2D a lot. Today was the one day I had to show, like, some restraint, because I was just in the office. I was like, they don't know! You can make a Nightbot command at Dodger, it comes back randomly from the list. True! The only thing with Nightbot, I did have to get rid of it because, it was, like, not banning, but it was just being a bitch in terms of its, like, its, like, sensors and stuff. And I didn't like that. It was just being, like, way too harsh, and I needed to sort that out. But yeah, or like make a custom one. And little fella will say make a custom one because he knows how to do that. I don't. And then he says, oh, I'll teach you. And then he never does. And ad infinitum. Because, okay, right, the issue, right? Little fella, in theory, could totally come to my place and just help me set that up. It's not an impossibility. Reach out. Okay, but right. Okay, hear me out, yeah? There's nothing stopping us from doing that. What is stopping us is you have an allergy to my dog, and every time you come to my house, you can't breathe. So, I don't want to put you in that position. Like, where I can, I'd rather not make you, like, die. I've seen how bad it can get. I don't want to have to force you into something like that. Let alone for, like, a bot, you know? But, as I was saying, yeah, the live 2D, right? When you're available, just message me, I'll hop on call and show you. Yeah, I guess that works. Don't kill little fella, he's just a little guy. He's a little guy and the world sets out to kill him. I'm not doing shit. Like, okay, little fella's allergies include, dogs, horses, nuts. It's kind of that, isn't it? I swear that, is there not, there's not nothing else, is there? But like, the nut one is really bad. I'll leave it to little fella. These. Yes, he's very allergic to these. Can't handle them at all. But I'm packed full of issues. Yes. And somehow you're still alive. I don't know how you do it. But yeah, he's got a lot of allergies. He's got a lot of allergies. And the asthma. Don't forget the asthma. Because, you know, just on top of everything else, he had to have asthma as well. So, yeah, back on some sort of a topic, because, you know how a Yap stream goes. I go way off topic all the time. So, the entire time, so I took a week off or so for Christmas, and basically, within that entire stretch of time, I was just looking at my Live 2D model so much. I was treating it like a camera. So, I was like, you know how people just use Snapchat filters all the time? That was me just looking at my Live 2D model. I'm just like, this is the best thing I have ever looked at. And I'm doing all the faces and whatnot. And little fella's just like, I don't get it. And I'm like, it's me! It's me! But like, it moves! The VTuber mirror is real. Yes! Yes! I'm understanding so much. And like, you know, I'm putting on the little fucking toggles and shit. And I'm just like, I love it! I'm finding all the funny faces. I'm like lip syncing to songs sometimes if you know. I love it. And like, I really can't wait for the debut because I'm still waiting on something to come through. But once that's done, okay. Yeah, my expected time frame is if not next week, the week after. But whenever that comes through, we should be ready. All dogs, some cats, very short hair mostly, heavily asthmatic, all nuts barring Hazel, horses, and I live in the UK. Yeah, the last one, that's so fucking bad, man. I can't believe you live in the UK, that sucks. Like, God forbid. Once again, surprised how you're alive. I mean, what I find funny is how, like, you've got these, like, deadly nut allergies, but then also, you were just, like, you're, like, one of the most confident eaters I know. You would just, like, take anything and be like, yeah, I'll eat that. And then, like, right, okay. The thing is, right, like, chat, I've had places where I've gone with little fella to, like, restaurants and stuff, and I've been the one to have to remind him that he has deadly nut allergies. Not the guy who has the nut allergies, the one who doesn't have any allergies has to tell the person with allergies, hey, this might have nuts, you might want to check that. Like, shit, I remember one time where, like, little fella's, like, sister gave him this, like, mochi ice cream thing, and he was like, oh yeah, sure, and he ate it. And then I was like, hold on, wait, what's in that? And then we looked at the ingredients list and it had almonds and we were like, fuck! The funny thing is I got more confident after finding out. Yeah! You're just like, oh, well, nuts are gonna kill me. Guess I'll eat everything then. Fuck around and find out. But, yeah, so the Live 2D debut, I expect, if not next week, the week after. Hopefully shouldn't be 3 weeks into January. Maximum 2. That's what I'm saying. But if anything changes, I will let you know. I just don't want to commit to a date yet, just in case anything happens or so. Because effectively okay, I'm waiting on a thing, and then once that thing's come, I need to edit something, and then, like, edit, like, 2 things, really. There's one I can edit now, but then there's another thing I just need to, like, edit once the thing has come through. I think being told I can't have a thing made me go, don't take anything else away from me. Yeah, no. Bats in chat. Then you gotta do 9 posts a day with countdowns. Yeah, okay, buffer's gonna have to come through hard there. just like, make all of those and then just buffer, like, you know. Would 9 be a bit too much, though? Would 5 be better? Like, 5 days till? Because 9 feels a little bit excessive. I'm just like, I don't want to annoy people. I don't want to annoy people just being like, hey, I'm having a debut. And it's like, we know! Okay, also, I thought of like a funny little gag also. Just, literally just to entertain myself and nothing else. Like, while I'm doing... I literally can, yeah. While I'm doing this stream, I was just like, what if I just like put my Live 2D on in the background so that I can look at myself and no one else can? Yeah, fuck it. Right, we're doing that. It's like, okay, to to give you the picture, right? So, in front of me is Streamlabs. To the bottom is the Stream Deck, and then Elias Blind TD is right there, and none of you can see it. 1984 streamer. It's not 1984 streamer. It's a surprise, and we're not ready yet. Oh, Lord Keeper Lucas, thank you for the follow. I love seeing the model move, and you guys can't see it. I'm Smaug. I'm fucking hoarding this. Hello, hi. You robbed us. I'm not robbing you. I will give it to you, just not yet. We have to be ready. It's not January yet. Stop being greedy. I mean, if I was like, you can't tease us. True. I mean, I already posted hat. I can post hat again. But not even like the moving hat, just the image of hat. Like, where is it? Let me find it. Where is hat? There it is. Hat. Post feet. No! We're not doing that. We're not posting feet. Yeah, that's the hat. That's all you're getting right now. I mean, I'm tempted to do one of those, like, what they called? The fucking, like this post and I'll reveal patch of the model. But, like, I don't know. I'm also, like, kind of excited just to show on the stream and stuff. Okay, here it out. Make yourself a silhouette. That's not a bad idea. But what if I fuck it up? And then, like, I actually just show myself and I'm like, we're not ready! Okay, the only thing though, I did close down Steam, so while I can see my model that's just on my phone, I have to open up Steam, to open up VTube Studio, to get streaming mode on, to sort all that out. Bottom left. True, that could be funny. Or it's like, okay, I did it, but it's right behind this, so you can't see it. You can do a Nor scene where you're behind the door to your office, which just your grace like behind the frosted glass. I'd have to set that up like now, and I don't think I can do that like right now. Maybe if I can do it sometime this week, but don't count on it. But yeah, again, expecting second week of Jan. But no promises, because I'm waiting on a few things and I have to get a few things sorted. The earliest you can expect it is second week of Jan, possibly third, depending on factors. But like, I'm so excited. It's come out amazingly. Like, I'm so happy with the quality. Like, you know, God, I just love it. She won't fit out. I'm sorry I'm conservative or something. Okay. I'm trying to think of other things to catch up on talking wise. Because also, like, effectively, I'd said before that my my Christmas was pretty minimal in terms of gifts. I got like this lovely Stream Deck. I got a few other lovely little things, like some nice pajamas, this bag, some little chocolates and bits here and there. But generally speaking, it was pretty small Christmas. Just because costs this year were a bit like through the roof and stuff. You know, we had like a unexpected funeral like in December, and it was just like, it fucked you up a little bit cost wise. as it happens, life, you know, in it. So we had a good dinner though. We didn't have a turkey, but that was fine, honestly, because I think the other meat we had was just much better. I think my mum just says like our family generally don't really like turkey, so it was the case of just, hey, what if we just do like other meats, and it came out really nice. It was a good meal. And I'm thinking about it now, I'm just like, damn it, I miss it already. But then, like, okay, so family were around, we were playing games, we did a little bit of Jackbox, we did a bit of board games, and like, okay, there's like family things around it, but my cousin comes to Christmas with us, and so she like, love my cousin, right? She's the best way I can describe her, with all the love in my heart, she's very klutzy. She forgot her phone. like she left and she was just like, oh yeah, I've got everything, and then we just find her phone and it's like, that's my cousin. So but yeah, so at one point, right, so my cousin's there, and it's like the whole family, like immediate family or so that's quite a lot of us, and our house is pretty small, and we have an elderly cat, right, and for a good while, she was sitting downstairs, my cat, and she'd take up like an armchair generally. Sometimes the sofa, generally the armchair. So she did not like Christmas because everyone was around and it was very busy and she didn't like it. She just wanted to be an old girl. So at one point, my cousin's sitting on the armchair that my cat usually sits on. And my cat walks up and goes like, meow. And we're looking at her, and she's like very boldly in the middle of the room. And I say to my cousin, I'm like, hey, why don't you just try getting up for a second? And then my cousin's like, okay. She does. Instantly my cat gets on the seat. She snagged it instantly. It was just like, mine. So the meow wasn't anything cute. It was, you're in my seat, get out of my seat. She's such an old madam. And now, she's taken a new space. So basically my cat, her routine is she'll have a place to sit, realize that it's pretty inconvenient for XYZ reason, and then go sit somewhere else, right? Her new place is back to a previous place where she used to sit, which is in the bathroom upstairs, the upstairs bathroom. Which does mean she's on the bath mat, so if you want to go have a shower, you have to kick her out. But like she alternates, right? So it's either it's the bath mat, which like generally, you know, not everyone's not having like showers all the time, so you know, you can live. Or the place which is a bit more awkward, behind the door of the bathroom. So like, I think already we've had times where it's in the middle of the night, we've opened the door, and then turned around and then just seen this like ball of black behind the door, and it's like, oh shit, hello. She's a very strange cat. We love her to bits. What else happened during Christmas? Not a lot. I mean, my dad got me these like personalized like tracksuit bottoms, and he was like, trying them on. I'm like, okay, trying them on, barely fit. And the worst part, I went to little fella and I'm like, hey, do you want to try these on? And they fit him. So for a good part of like last weekend, he was just sitting around in these like bottoms that were clearly designed for a woman, and they just fit him better. Because it was like, okay, it was like girl who loves to read with like my name on it, and like a little like almost like a cow emoji, not cow emoji, like Bitmoji, you know, the Snapchat ones, something like that. Just the girl that loves to read. Yeah. And then like I'm fairly sure the background of it was AI generated as well. It gave me the vibe. It gave me the vibe. I was looking at certain bits on it. I'm just like, that doesn't seem right. Little fella has thighs. That's crazy. I know. You would be shocked to learn little fella indeed has thighs. Well, okay, think about it, right? If I'm like normal human sized, little fella. I mean, at least you're honest. At least you're honest. But yeah, and 5'4". Yeah, exactly. So I'm generally like pretty like normal sized and stuff. So I feel like most of my things would fit him. Men aren't supposed to have legs. Yeah. Dang, I must be a woman. He'd make a beautiful woman. But it was just so funny seeing him. Who's like very clearly a dude wearing girl who loves to read, a name that clearly isn't his, and like an image of a girl that clearly isn't him. Could be him if he wants to be. And also it's funny because it's like girl who loves to read, except little fella doesn't really read. He's at best he's indifferent to books. So yeah, my Christmas is good. We said this before, I pull off being a woman better than an actual woman. Yeah, I think me pulling off woman is questionable at best. I do have a new Doom book. You do. It's a very interesting little book. Yes. I didn't really get books this year. I got a Waterstones gift card, but I didn't really get books. Which like, fine, I guess. This is annoying with gift cards. The one thing is like, when you ask for books or so, and then you get a gift card, and it's like, okay, cool. But then the retailers don't have the books you're wanting. I have like a few manga that I'm still waiting for in like the shops and stuff, and I still can't see them, and it drives me insane. Hanako-kun, where's your new volume? I love Hanako. That's like one of the manga I've been really collecting. Actually, that brings me on to my next subject really well. That really nicely. Because I wanted to talk about like New Year's resolutions. Okay, I'm trying to think what the best way to do this is, because I was thinking of like opening clip and like writing this stuff down, doing like a new thing, writing this stuff down, or just doing as like a text thing on the page. Text might be better. Might be a little bit slow, yeah. Might be a little bit slow. Yeah, because yesterday I was effectively what's the word? I was having a moment just writing down some bits of like, what's my New Year's resolutions? What do I want to do in the new year? Resolutions. Let's add that as a search. Okay, hopefully that should work. Resolutions. I thought this would be a nice stream because I might have a stream tomorrow. Yeah, I might have a stream tomorrow, but if not, oh, that was the wrong thing. There we go. Yeah, if I don't have a stream tomorrow, then it was like, it would be nice to do this before the new year at least. I think I'll still have a stream tomorrow. Don't see why not. Ooh, Elias died. Give it a moment, give it a moment. Oh. Does anyone know the best resolution for everyone? Oh, yeah, absolutely. What's a chat resolution? Oh, I feel like, okay, give me a second if I put chat above me. There we go. Resolutions. We want to make the outline bigger. Let's do 7. Yeah. Be more silly. Hell yeah! We love that for you, chat. We love that for you. Yeah, okay. I did write this down in my little book. I have a little book that occasionally I use it, occasionally I don't, right? So one of my resolutions this year was read one. Wait, oh, isn't it like one page a day, right? Hopefully you can read that pretty well. I can make it bigger or smaller because there might be a few that come up. So effectively I was thinking about like how many books I've read this year, and I've read like a good few, but I felt like I could read more, especially towards the end of the year. I felt like I wasn't reading as much. I got like a bit slow. I wasn't really finishing stuff. I got like a bit distracted, really. So I think my resolution is to focus on reading at least 1 page a day. It can be more, but I don't want to put the pressure on myself to have to read more. Like, at best, if I can just do a page a day, that's brilliant. Because then at least I can probably get through like a book a month if I'm good. Every year I get sillier. I'm gonna reach critical levels of silly. No, you're gonna have an implosion, a silly implosion. Because okay, if I look at my like wrap up this year from Storygraph, which is a very good website, this year I read 21 books. My goal was 12, right? My goal was 12 and I read 21, so that in itself is good. And my goal of pages was 7,600, which is basically 12 books. I basically had the page count of 12 books. And I read... Oh, wait, no. Oh, no. I'm wrong. I'm an idiot. I read 7,600 pages, but my page goal was 3,000. And I did exceed that. I didn't change my, like, goals, because I'm the sort of person who, if I change my goals, I don't meet them, and I feel really bad. So, I wanted to at least have it that, like, I'd have hit the goal, and then just not have to worry about, like, that. Because I remember doing that the year before, where I changed my goal midway through, and then I didn't meet it, and I felt really bad. So, okay. Average time to finish 1 month. Most of my books were dark books with a little bit of like mystery and emotional books. I like dark read. Medium length was generally what I read. Books under 300 pages were generally my preference. Mostly fiction. I do want to actually read more non-fiction. Was that on my thing? Yeah. More spelled that wrong. Blech. More non-fiction. Because it's a genre I don't really delve into, but there's a book I've been reading recently on Wild West history, and I'm starting to like click in my head that like, oh yeah, it can be literary in the way it's composed, even if it's talking about things that aren't like literature, you know. And I was just like, maybe I should actually read more of those. Top genres by far were manga and horror. What are my horror books? Remember, a New Year resolution is about changing your mindset, not accomplishing a task because that's just destined to fail. True, yeah. And I think that's why I wanted to do like 1 page a day, because I was like, if I like try to hit a goal, like a specific goal, if I don't hit it, I'll feel demoralized. But if I can at least aim for like 1 page a day, that's like achievable. That is at best a minute in a day. Oh yeah, I finished Mad K this year. It's a yaoi, but it's one I really liked, and it's technically classed as a horror because yeah. I read quite a few horror books this year. I read Playground by Aaron Beauregard, who, admittedly, I didn't hate the book. Like, if I had to be totally honest, it wasn't doing anything, like, super new content-wise. Like, yeah, it was very extreme. It's not an easy read, like, you know, heavy content warnings. but like the plot itself was pretty predictable, like the angles that they would go through. But I did like some of the like gross out aspects of it. You know, I felt like some of them were pretty interesting choice-wise. The author did make a comment at one point that was like a bit, like not in the book, just like 2 critics or so, that was just a bit not very good. But I personally liked the book. I still think it was like one of my surprise highlights of the year, I would say. Read Pen Pal by Dathan Orabak, which is a bit more of a disappointing book, I'll be honest. I think because it was leading up to things that I thought it would do, and then it didn't do them. I read Day of the Triffids, that one was good. Interview with That Vampire, I read that, didn't like it. My hot take this year was I read Interview with a Vampire, and I did not enjoy it. I wanted to like it. I genuinely wanted to like it, but I felt the writing style was really dense, and I didn't like the main character, and I thought the stuff with like the girl was just kind of weird. I read like a Stephen King like short story collection. That was really good. Honestly, it doesn't even feel like I read it this year. It feels like I read it last year. It's really weird. And yeah, manga's generally going to be always in my top read. And this is the thing, right? I read some manga online, but I don't tend to note those down on my like my reading things, because I tend to like to do things where I've like, you know, got it firsthand, or you know, like Kindle or bookshelf, stuff like that. So like I read a lot of manga, so this is like just a snapshot of some of it, but even then it's still like my top genre. I tend to read print. I'd like to try reading more digital, just because it might be a bit easier. But yeah, that's me yapping. I can yap about books for a very long time. But that was at least my goal with hello Oku, hello. Yeah, that was at least my goal with books, because I feel like near to the end of the year I wasn't reading as much as I wanted to be reading, so I wanted to improve that. You know, I'm a writer VTuber. I've got to live up to the name. My second goal was budgeting. Budgeting, I think I said daily or weekly. Daily, weekly. Because, right, I'm in a pretty good financial position. Like, my job's pretty stable for, like, my age and stuff. And generally my financial habits aren't terrible, I would say. Like, I can save money pretty well. And I think what I wanted to do was just keep more of a track of what I spend. And just be a bit more smart with my money and just know, like, okay, what am I using it on? And, you know, when do I need to cut the splurge, I guess. Which ties into the next point. Cut pro secca spending. This is just a flat out, I don't want to be doing this anymore. I gave myself a really big reality check yesterday. Like, I did some math on like the microtransactions I'd done, and I was like, I'm not proud of that. And like, realistic, okay, if I was to do gacha next year, I think I would like to aim for White Day next year, but I'm also just like, I would like to try and make it just White Day if I had to, because I really like the Matthew White Day card, but I'm also just like, I really need to just cut pro secca spending, like, totally even. I was not proud of that. Like, hello Emmy, hello. I was just talking about gacha addictions. How are you doing? How was the stream? If you need to raid and run, that's okay. I was just talking New Year's resolutions. But yeah, pro secca spending, that needs to go. that's my resolution, is I need to be better. I need to, like, be accountable to myself and be better with that. But, you know, I think as well, because, like, little fella talks about, you know, he's occasionally done, like, the pulls in TF2, but at least TF2 have resale value. Pro Secca really doesn't have that. It's kind of like, yeah, like, Pro Secca, you know, technically it's illegal to, like, account share and shit like that. Like, there's no, like, online marketplace or so. Nothing, like, legally sanctioned by Sega to resell accounts and stuff like that. Hello, how are you doing? If you need to raid and run, that's okay. Thank you for the raid, I appreciate it. Yeah, so I do want to cut that a lot. Not to justify my hat-based gambling, but I am up, Lama. What do you mean up? Like, in the gambling thing? Or, like... Yeah, but effectively, I was just thinking more about what you were saying with, like, the hats and stuff, and I did the math, and not proud of it. Not proud of it at all. I knew it was bad, and then I confirmed, and I'm like, yep, that's not okay. But, like, okay, I'm luckily in the financial position where even then I can still say, like, I'm still okay. I'm not, like, suffering or anything, but I'm just like, that has to go. I still want to play the game because I still love the rhythm game aspects, but the rhythm game stuff, it's just like, I need to, you know, gacha parts, it's just like, no, we're okay. Technically, I have enough 4 stars to be fine. Hello, dads, hello. Pulled 3 hats going for £30.60 for 5 of keys. Nice, nice. At least you can resell your shit. like, you know, via channels, you know, like, I'd have to jump through fucking hoops if I wanted to do that. Elias, have you ever had microwave tea? No. I'm British. Anyway. My next New Year resolution, you should try it. No. I'm British. I aim to annoy all of England. You're doing a good job, you're doing a good job. We don't microwave tea, we throw it out and brew a new one. Yes, exactly! If the tea goes cold, you make a new tea. You don't reheat the old tea. It's just blasphemy. It's a funny name, it is a funny name. I think you know enough British people to annoy you with that name. I think that's funny. Own it, own it. Okay, my next one was keep notes. So like, to be fair, I was about to commit that blasphemy yesterday and I forgot the tea in the microwave. Tea in the microwave. British gods were looking out for me. Yeah, like, I don't think it's looking out as much as it's judging, like tutting their heads and going, no, 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 no. Also, speaking of TF2, when we do 9v9 Highlander, I mean, whenever it goes, so don't fucking play it. I do and I don't. Like, I don't hate the game, I just don't play it. If anything, I still want to play Marvel Rivals. Still haven't played that yet. Yeah, so keeping notes. I kind of like, okay, I'm gonna hydrate first. I feel like I've talked for an hour straight without hydrating. Marvel Rivals is fun. Yes, it does look really fun. I've never played an Overwatch game. And the ways everyone's saying that Marvel Rivals is basically Overwatch but better these days, I do want to play it. My dream is to make a comp team comprised of me and 8 VTubers that have never touched a game. I mean, there's nothing stopping you. If you can network, you can definitely get that done. Like, it's not impossible. Okay. Yeah, so keep notes, right? I dip on off in terms of my, like, journaling habits. It's basically Overwatch, but it's a cute baby shark, so it's 100 times better. You know what? You're right. Yeah. Literally can't beat it. Who would win, tough gorilla or baby shark? Hello, hi. Hello. Blaha. Yay! I have a little Blaha. It's on my bed. It's actually a big Blaha, I'm wrong. TF2 was Overwatch before Overwatch. Yeah, you're right. Oh god, speaking of Overwatch actually, did you guys read the end of the TF2 comic? I haven't met Blaha. That sounds so cute. Cause right, so like I only got into playing TF2 recently. Overwatch could never hold a candle. True. Yeah, so I only got into TF2 recently. Just like a few games. Yeah. I only got into it recently, so the lore I kinda know it, kinda don't. Generally don't. And then like me and little fella, we were just sitting together, and I'm on Blue Sky, and I see TF2 Comic 7 is out, and I go to him, I'm like, little fella, TF2 Comic 7, it's out. And he's like, no fucking shit! I love the end of TF2 Comic. I got used to this idea we'd never get an ending, now we have it and it's over. Yeah, literally. Because, like, little fella, like, I remembered, like, he was just almost speechless, because it was just like, this is the game I've played for over a decade of my life, and it ended. And it's just like the quiet reckoning of it all, I guess, and just how great of an ending it was. And for me, right, so I'm reading it with him. I'm laughing at a lot of the jokes. It was very funny, and I cried when like the dinner scene happened. I cried, and I haven't even been playing the game long. Love when we crit pushed and you 10-0'd with that pyro. Yes, that was fun. That was a fun game. Same me, I was honestly in disbelief. Yeah. Heard it twice just to be sure it was the end. Yeah. Because, like, for me, like, again, I literally have only played a few games this year of TF2. That is my entire experience of TF2. I played a few games, played pyro, had a bit of fun, didn't hate it. As far as shooters goes, I was having a good time. And the ending was just so sweet. And, like, especially since, like, I've known little fella be, like, so into this game for years. And then to, like, be there with him to see it end also, it was just like, fuck. And I couldn't help get emotional. It's the best possible ending we could have gotten. It's amazing that Valve actually gave us that after 7+ years of waiting. Yeah, honestly. Like, for all we know, they could have had it scrapped or something, but I'm so glad it got to end. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. It's like, I haven't read all of the comics, but I'm pretty sure it's something like, the start is them trying to, like, I think it's something about, like, never growing old or some, I don't know. Again, I haven't really read the comics, don't quote me on anything. I saw people posting online about how it was kind of cyclical, but in a nice way, like a very conclusive way. Now I just hope they treat the Half-Life franchise in the same warm kindness. Yes, honestly. Like, gaming's been so interesting recently, because, like, there's been certain studios that have really understood, like, just what people have been wanting. Namely Capcom, right? Like, I've just been fucking impressed with what Capcom have been doing lately. Who is the person in Capcom, or people, who are just like, right, let's do everything right. They're not perfect, but, like, they're doing a lot of things really right. Fucking Marvel vs. Capcom 2's back. What is this timeline? Okami's back. Which, admittedly, I never got to play Okami back in the day. So I do plan to do an Okami stream. Because it's one of those games I've been really interested in that I've never gotten the chance to actually play. The start is the large Australian man loses his company to a little girl because he didn't want to fight her. I love that, yeah, TF2. I love that at the end as well, where it was just like, go live your life, little girl, and it's just like, you're her legal guardian, you shouldn't leave her alone. Yeah, okay. Back to the resolutions. I've been very on-off with my journaling habits and stuff. So I want to, like, make it a bit more regular that I keep notes, whether it's just like, hello, Bacon, how you doing? Welcome back from your hiatus. Very important entrance. Yeah, so, I like keeping notes, generally. That's why I made this fucking emote. Where is it? Let me find it. This one. close that. Yeah, it's why I made this emote, because I do often just have moments in streams where I'm just like, yeah, I want to play, yeah. It's like, yeah, I want to take a note, give me a moment. But like, I kind of get on off about that with like my general life, in terms of, you know, keeping notes about like, oh, I need to do this and stuff. So I want to be better with that. I want to actually keep notes of like, yeah. Mine's just not animated. That's it. Yeah. I want to actually like get better with just keeping notes of just like, today I'm gonna do this, and then I do it, and then I'm like, yay. Then also personal development goals. Gym at least one time a week. Because like, okay, this December I've been really lacking with my gym going, and this weekend I started to feel it. I was just like, oh, I'm a fat fucking girl. I'm not though, right? Like, I'm not like struggling with my weight or anything, but it's more like a self-image thing. There's stuff behind it, but like, I went to the gym to sort out those body issues and it was working, and then December happened and then that went right out the roof, because, you know, it's December. Like, it's both my birthday and Christmas and New Year's. It's like, Christmas weight. Yeah. Like, I just knew that I wasn't gonna go to the gym regularly. I was like, yeah, this month is not gonna be the month. But then, like, I've been lying in bed and I felt it, where it's just like, the way I feel it is I can both see and feel my muscles deflating. It's, for me, it's my belly. Like, my belly is my key, like, conscious point. And, like, I was lying in bed and, like, the way I really struggle with it sometimes, I just, like, kind of hold my belly and I flatten it. And I'm just like, I need to make it go in. It's not bad, though, right? Like, I'm lucky to not have serious, like, health disorders or anything. Both like mental or physical also. And like, again, my weight isn't terrible, but it's like a big sort of issue I have with stuff. I don't like working out, so I just dance as exercise. That's good. Anything is good, honestly. You can live me now. That's good. True. I haven't lost that. December hasn't taken that away from me. So, but like, okay. My struggle with my gym split was I tend to do PPL splits, which I still like. I still like my PPL splits. But I think there's just certain things with like executive dysfunction and stuff, which means that if I miss one day, then I miss the whole week and yada yada yada. So I kind of wanted to make it a goal that at the very least I do one gym session. Like, if I can't do a PPL split, I at least do a really good cardio session to make up for it. Like an hour or so, 30 minutes to an hour or so of just straight cardio. Like, don't have to do the weightliftings or whatever, just as long as it's a really good cardio session, at least once a week, if best, like twice or so, that would be great. Like, that's one of my goals, I think. If life is busy, at least one gym session. That's achievable, you know? Like, generally, this is just shit I learned from therapy back in the day, was like, make it the most like easiest achievable thing, like break down the task. Because whenever I have set resolutions, whenever I have set resolutions, I've always been like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, and then I never do it, and I'm like, shit. So I think this year, in terms of setting resolutions, it's like, I want to at least make them like achievable stuff. Okay, then some like more vague things though. Going from like actually achievable things to some vague things. Vague. Vague. There we go. Vague. Fashion sense, right? Because my sense of fashion is, I found it in my drawer, I put it on my body, I went out. Like, I don't have much in terms of fashion sense. I've been like better with hair care. It still has like its ups and downs, but my hair care has been better. And I would like to actually go through and start developing slowly like a nice wardrobe of stuff that's like flattering and, you know, actually like works together. That's just something I'd like to study. I'd like to actually develop a fashion sense that's also affordable, because I don't like when things are very expensive. Because, okay, I have bought more expensive clothing recently, because at least the one thing I like about expensive clothing is it tends to last. Like, if it's too cheap, it breaks. If it's too expensive, then, like, you know, you risk it breaking, and then you feel really bad because it's a lot of money. So, you know, trying to find stuff in the medium range, I guess. But I would just like to go through and actually find, like, a fashion sense that flatters me and also is nice. Yeah, just a small thing. Cooking confidence. Because, this one, like, it's weird with streaming, because I think streaming, I always stream in the evenings and stuff on weekdays, so it's a little bit weird to fit in, like, cooking, you know, generally my mum's, like, the cook and stuff, but my thing is, like, I'm not the most confident cook in the world. I'm, like, at best, I can throw shit in the oven, take it out, and be like, voila, food, like, not anything like healthy or anything like that. Just like basic fucking chicken chips in the oven, out it goes. Bada bing, bada boom, Bob's your uncle. But I want to get like more confident. I keep saying it every year, without like much of a plan of how, but I would like to. I put it in the vague ones because again, I think there's still like a lot about cooking that. It's more like mental barriers, if anything, because, okay, there's like the sensory issues regarding food, so cooking and stuff sometimes can trigger like a lot of that. It's been better recently, but like, you know, you never know if like my mental state's like there. Generally like a lack of sense of reward with cooking. Like I cook and then like finish it and then I'm just like, I don't feel good. Like I need to somehow make my brain trick itself into being like, I'm proud of this, I did a good job here. Timings, I'm not very confident with timings and maths and stuff like that, so like, I tried cooking a roast once and my brain just did not fucking get it. It was a lot of time and I didn't get it. It was weird. What was the other thing? And generally, like, I don't really cook a lot of healthy things, because, again, the sensory stuff. And it's also just amounts, like, I have to cook for, like, a big family, and I think that in itself worries me, because I don't really know how to cook for myself sometimes. Like, I kind of grew up where, like, if I have to eat, if I have to, like, fend for myself, and say, like, if I don't want to spend money or so, sometimes what I will just do is boil pasta, make gravy, put gravy on pasta, and that's it. Sometimes it'll be like buttered noodles. I know that's a pretty good lunch one. A bit more makes sense than gravy and pasta. But I've talked about this before. I put gravy on like fucking everything. I've done it on rice as well, like gravy and rice. Like that will also just be my lunch. Hello. My other one was regular cleaning, cause I let me move these down onto. Oh, there we go. Regular cleaning, cause if the early story about the bag and the spoiled chicken and the chai latte, do you too suffer from the perils of ARFID? Yes. Very much. Like, I think I'm a lot better these days than I used to be. Like, I can definitely eat a lot more different things. I got into things like lobster, I can eat caviar. Expensive shit for some reason, but like, I have been trying some more things and I have been a little bit more varied with some of my eating. But I think cooking is still that one thing that I really struggle with, and I think the ARFID doesn't help. Did you know in America there's gravy is white? It's so strange. Ugh, it's gotta be brown. What the hell? I don't even like that. The idea of it scares me. Hell. Why is it white? In this instance, I need executive dysfunction to be a country. Yes, yeah, honestly. Because I think for me, a big thing with the cooking stuff, right? I didn't really get taught to cook when I was younger. Like, my mum was very much, like, in charge of cooking and stuff. Like, just generally, like, my parents and things. So I never really learned how to cook. And then if I did have to cook, I was just very overwhelmed, you know. There was a lot of, like, the undiagnosedism where that would make me panic. And then there was also the ARFID, where it's like, I barely ate and stuff. And bad memories regarding ARFID and things. So it got to the point where, like, I've become an adult, and then my mum's like, hey, Elias, you've got to, like, cook for everyone. And I'm like, I don't fucking know how. And it scares me to learn, because my brain punishes me. But, like, I have been better, and, like, I think namely I need to cook in environments where I feel a bit more, like, at ease. And even just, like, start with those simple meals and just get used to just throwing shit in the oven, taking it out, and that in itself is a meal. I believe it's chicken stock and not beef stock over there. Oh, right, okay. That makes a bit more sense. But, like, okay. But that doesn't make sense to me, actually, because we have chicken gravy, like OXO, shit like that. We have chicken gravy, and it's still brown. That's what I don't get. Why is it white? Mysteries. But yeah, yeah, so like with the regular cleaning stuff as well on that, the way I describe it, because again, executive dysfunction is a bitch. It's like, I'm not messy, but I am. Again, spoiled chicken story. Tune into the earlier part of the VOD to learn more about that. But like with cleaning, the way I describe it is I'll go through a period where I don't like properly clean, and it gets to a point where I just can't, you know, deal with it, and it's like, it's very clearly not clean. Then I do a massive clean, and then it repeats. Google it maybe. True actually. You're not wrong. Let me have a gander. Do not give. Oh, I just did. Okay, right. Why is American? I spelled that fucking wrong really badly. I'm so glad it still gave me the result, because that was a really bad search. I typed why us Aerocam Garvey White. I'll take a snip of that. I'll post that online. Just fucking. I'm good at searching. Hey, you're looking so. Yeah. Yeah. So like I cleaned after Christmas in my room, and it's looking like nice. I think the only thing now is I've still got the pile of shit I have to take to the charity shop, because big stretch. Okay. What they call gravy is not gravy. Oh, what they call gravy is not gravy. Oh, right. Is it like white sauce or something? Big stretch. Gravy in America is more like a roux. Ah, I see. Right. That makes more sense. So like closer to something like a carbonara, I guess. Or yeah. What I find always really funny is okay, actually, this is really cute, right? When I was little, they just call gravy stock. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah. It's still not right. I still heavily disagree with it. But when I was little, I used to, like, my brother used to watch WWE. He still does, actually. Like, WWE and, like, wrestling, Raw and stuff. And I actually have another story I want to talk about with my brother. I don't actually think I told you this, little fella, but it's so fucking funny. I'll get to it, but this one's just a little childhood memory. So when we were younger, we would watch it, and I can't remember what wrestler it was, but someone had a song that was like biscuits and gravy, which is, if you know, it's an American dish. It's the like puff pastry with the white sauce. Pins and needles out. Ooh, careful, don't hurt yourself. Owie. So, but me and my brother, two tiny little British kids, laughed our heads off at that song because we're thinking beef gravy with like chocolate chip cookies. Scone is biscuit. Yeah. I mean, British scone is kind of weird because we have like the raisins and stuff in it, but I know their ones is just the pastry, so it's like pastry, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I like that gif. Yeah, so just two British kids laughing their heads off at biscuits and gravy. And if I'm correct, I think at one point we did actually get biscuits, as in cookies, to put in beef gravy, because we were like, biscuits and gravy! We were something. But, okay. That does put me on the tangent, because I really need to talk about what my brother did. I just remembered it. This shit was so fucking funny. His delivery made it funnier, right? So, my brother, digestive and beef stock. Yeah, I think we kind of did that. Chocolate digestive and beef stock. It's so gross, but like, we were young and we didn't know what biscuits and gravy were. So my brother, he's older than me. He moved out to live with his girlfriend, and their dog. They have a little dog. She's very cute, very funny. And so like his girlfriend, right? She is loved by her family. Her family is like part Italian, but she's like loved in her family. Just the way he described it was, she's God's gift. She can do no wrong. Even if she does wrong, she can't do no wrong. And okay, so my brother is a Arsenal supporter. Has been all his life. All his life he's been an Arsenal supporter. I don't give a fucking shit about football. To preface this entire story, I don't give a shit about football. But my brother, he's an Arsenal supporter. My entire family, Arsenal supporters. Her family are Spurs fans. And according to the law of the foot of ball, Spurs fans and Arsenal fans are at each other's throats. Blood bath, yes, exactly. So, at one family meeting when, like, it was pretty early into him dating her, I never like football either, yeah. There's football law. I mean, like, just which groups like each other, which ones don't. Hello, hi. So, he's like, just dating her and everything. He wants to make a good impression. And my brother has, like, an acting background, okay? So, his family, like, her family, go to him like, oh, who do you support in footy? And he says Spurs. He is lying. So, and they're like, oh yeah, come on then. So, the thing is though, they've been dating for, I want to say 5 years. He's gotten to know, like, her entire family. And they all believe he's a Spurs fan. I saw a store that had both tops from each other, just fights outside anytime anyone brought from it. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's vicious between those two. But, like, he has fully gone, like, incognito within this family of Spurs fans as an Arsenal supporter. And like, he is lucky that, like, I don't use my names and stuff because, God forbid, like, they somehow found out and then, like, the truth gets leaked. But it's so fucking funny, I had to tell it on stream. Would it be a worse impression if he just said he wasn't a football fan? Now I'm wondering. He probably could have gotten away with it. But, like, oh, he's deep in Andrew. Yes, Montague Caplets. Absolutely. That's kind of it. That's the best comparison. So, he said on Christmas, he said what basically would happen is he would watch the football with her family, and Spurs would lose, and then they'd be like, oh no, fuck, Spurs lost. And then he'd be like, oh no, Spurs lost, and turn to his girlfriend and be like, yes! have the opposite, where Spurs would win, and he's cheering along with the family, like, yeah, Spurs won! And then, like, he would look at his girlfriend and be like, I can't fucking believe this. Modern Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, but footy. And he was just saying, like, rather than tell the truth, right? Imagine if one of his family members are watching it right now and you ratted him out. Okay, admittedly, don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think his family, like, her family know me that well, so... yeah, if I just never announce that I'm a streamer to them, I think we'll be okay. So, like, what he said, right, was, I don't intend to ever let this leak. My one risk is the wedding. And they were saying, like, we need a wedding, because they're, like, very committed. They're like, yeah, we could see ourselves getting married in the future. And they're like, we need a wedding so unforgettable that everyone forgets to talk about football. He's in too deep, they might just kill him. Literally, we were all saying that. We were like, you could have said anything else. You could have said you're not a football fan. You could have said a different team. You could have just been honest and said, like, oh, I'm an Arsenal fan. No, he lied, and he's dug himself this lie for 5 years straight. But it's like, you know, it feels like, okay, if they find out, they'd probably be hurt, but it'd also just be like, yes, 5 years. And we found out this year that this has been the lie for 5 years straight, that he's a Spurs fan. Because then, like, what he was saying was, like, literally, I can't wait till they get married, because it'll be so fucking funny if one of my families, like, meet them, and then it's like, oh, who do you support? Oh, I'm an Arsenal fan. Oh, I'm a Spurs fan. I think we need to fight. Right, what about these two? Oh! Literally, the way he was describing it, like, I don't even think I can do it justice, just how funny it was. Because, like, he was just saying, I'm method acting. And I literally went to him, like, okay, you need to study the news on Spurs and just see, like, whatever's happening with Spurs. And he said, that's the thing, I already do. He knows more about Spurs than they do at times, because he's studying Spurs to keep building the lie that he's a Spurs fan. It's insane. It's insane. And, like, because basically he was describing, like, so, like, he was like, my girlfriend is God's gift in the family. She can't do any wrong. Their dog is God's gift. Like, a perfect dog. Therefore, and he was like, oh, if we have kids, they'll be the second coming of Christ. It'll be, like, the best thing ever. Like, he has to be the perfect partner to her. And if it means lying about being a Spurs fan, then so be it. We're at a point where the lie is becoming a truth. Honestly, yeah. Like, the only way he could get away with that was being like, I was an Arsenal fan, but then I became a Spurs fan, and now I like Spurs more, if he had to keep building the lie or something. It is insane. It's so funny. It's getting to a point where coming out an Arsenal fan is less work than pretending to be a Spurs fan. Yeah! Liverpool's worst offender. I see guys just asking strangers on the street if they say anything after Liverpool, you get pulped. Really, fuck. And that's the thing, He's literally, like, incognito in that family. And he said, like, there was one member of the family who was, like, really tough as far as, like, family members go. Like, real tough guy sort of thing. And I think I think the way they described him being tough was that he used to do boxing. Or I think he still does boxing. And him and his girlfriend went to his event or so, and then this guy hugs my brother. And then the whole family were like, he doesn't give hugs. He likes you. So it's like, he was like, if he gave me a hug, that means the family likes me. That means I have to keep building the lie. Man sweating bullets at his own wedding, and it has nothing to do with the wedding. Exactly. Because, like, he just kept telling us, like, don't rat him out. And I'm like, one, I'm gonna rat out on the stream because it would be really funny. Like, you know, I am a VTuber, so there's that level of anonymity that's like, this story could be really funny still. And also, I don't give a shit about football. If you ask me about football, I'll say I don't fucking care. I don't like it. It's too loud for me. My younger sibling will, like, doesn't like football, but may rat him out because it's funny, and like we joke about them being a grass sometimes. But the rest of the family, it is anyone's guess, because we might have family members that actually like would fully just say like, oh yeah, I'm an Arsenal fan, who's your sport? And then it's like, oh, I'm a Spurs fan, and then they fight. That's not an inconceivable reality. Because the guys in my family are generally those sort of guys, are like the very footy men. Me and with American football, I don't give a shit about it. Yeah, exactly. I don't care about football. In fact, my work building had to do a best man speech for him, for an ex-convicted. He straight up got out and got married. Quite sweet. Aww. Oh, that's actually, if I understand that right, that's actually quite cute. But like, yeah, football fans are waiting to go into jail. I mean, God, I knew someone who was basically like that. Like, you know those like people at football that like fight and shit like that. I knew someone who was basically that. And stories like these are why I'm reminded that fan is short for fanatic. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, because it reminds me of my uncle. He passed away 2 years ago, I want to say. But like, this uncle of mine was pretty much the definition of like rowdy football fan, and just a rowdy guy in general. He was he always kind of lived life on the edge. Like, he was always just kind of disobeying the rules, even at like fucking 50 or whatever he was. And the story I always remember with him was that he went to like this sort of gentleman's club also, or like you know, just a bar really. Yeah, I think it's just a bar. And him and some of the other guys, they're all like, you know, they're all like old guys, sort of like, I think, what's the word they use? There's like an expression they use. I think it's something like death's waiting room or something like that. But him and some of the other guys in the bar took bets on who would die first. Like, actual money bets. They put money into this. I can't help but think, when he passed away, which was very sad, very unfortunate, who made money off of him? How much did they make off of him? But like, he's the sort of person that would have laughed at that, you know? Boys will be boys. Yeah, exactly. I love when my dad used to say, why are you watching someone play a game? You go upstairs. Motherfucker, you watch the footy every night. Why do you go kick a ball? Literally, I genuinely had a moment where like my brother was talking about this whole story of like Spurs and Arsenal, that like, I was like, oh my god, I finally understand the tribalism in VTuber communities, because holy shit, football's the same thing. It's like, oh yeah, I love HoloLive. Oh, I love Phage Connect or whatever. It's like, oh, my company's better than your company. And it's like, bro, football fans are the same fucking thing. It's like, oh, I like Arsenal, I like Spurs. And like, either way, you're just watching someone do something and like not doing it. Like, I love it. Like, a football fan and a VTuber fan are basically the same thing. Tribalism is human mentality. Yeah. I never thought about it, but it's true. It really is. It really is. Like, they're both just watching people on a screen. People always find a way to divide themselves. I don't get VTuber. Okay, this is the thing. Like, I am a fan of some, like, VTubers in agencies and stuff. I've always said, like, I'm a pretty big, like, HoloLive fan. But tribalism? Nah. Like, I don't get that shit. VTubers are cool. Just like VTubers, don't care where they're from. As long as it's a good VTuber, don't care where they're from, you know? As long as they're happy, as long as they're doing, like, a good job, whatever. I don't care. Tribalism doesn't make sense to me. I'm a communist at heart, so I refuse to be tribalistic. Hell yeah. VTubers for everyone, comrade. But, like, it was that moment of my brother discussing his in-depth like Spurs, you know, incognito life, that I was just like, man, VTuber fans are no different. I'm a whole life head as well, but I won't hate on people who like other agencies. Everyone starts what they like. Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, just don't be a dick. That's all you really gotta be. Like, like just enjoy your VTubers and just don't be an asshole. That's literally the assignment. I'm literally, you know, you can't even deny I'm a whole life head at this point, because I have a Hachama Nendo on my bookshelf, and just recently I brought a Raura standee. I'm just holding her now. She's very pretty. I'm a big fan of Raura. It's insane to me people generally start fights because one has a blue flag and the other has a green flag. Literally, yeah. Like, I don't... Like, okay, at least with VTubers, we're not getting into physical fights. It's probably, like, online, like, slagging each other off, but, like... I don't get, like, football fans, like, actually just fighting in the streets. It's so weird to me. But I think that's a big reason why I'm not a football fan in the first place, because, it's loud. Everyone's really loud when they like football, and I don't like that. Can you be quiet when you like a sport, please? Halloween Gen 1 was my introduction to VTube, and they hold a special place for that reason. Honestly, yeah, that's totally valid. But it's not like I keep up with them. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I still love a lot of the JP girls, but, like, I think mainly because of language barriers, I can't, like, follow all of them. But, like, I'm still a massive fan of, like, Hachima, and, like, where I can follow her, I do. Suisei, absolutely, her career is fucking insane. We don't fight in the street, but people do be doxing if you don't like the thing they like. True. I guess that's, like, the VTuber equivalent. The online equivalent of fighting in the street is doxing. It's so fucked up. I hate how loud football is too. Yes, yeah, like, it's... Because, maybe I've been lucky as well. Like, my dad's into football, but he's actually more of a golf fan. And I just like how generally... I know golf gets all the rep of, like, it's the elitist sport, and it's like, that's valid, that's fine. But it's quiet. I'm obsessed with VTuber drama, honestly. I've had the crazy shit involved. Honestly, I can't even deny that. I'm actually really... I can't say I'm into drama, but, like, I do follow it. It's like my guilty pleasure, you know? Doxing is worse than boxing. True. I like boxing. Yeah. If you end up in a fight worse, you end up broken up. True. When you dox much worse, it can happen. Yeah, you're right. Like, ours is worse, but, like, yeah. It's all shit, isn't it? VTuber drama is wild, and I try my best to keep it at absolute surface level and nothing more. Yeah, like, I'm that type who, like, for some reason just retains a lot of really useless knowledge about shit. So there's, like, certain drama that I'm just aware of that's just like, why do I still know all of that information? It doesn't matter to me. But, like, okay, I think the reason I know enough about certain drama as I do is I'm unfortunately that type of person that becomes a fan of something and they get cancelled, and it's like a repeated issue that, oh yeah, there's a thing I like, oh, they're getting cancelled, oh no, my fave's getting cancelled again. I'm so burnt out on it now, honestly. It's like such a common issue for me. Like, in short, there was like one time I got a Nendo of someone, and then they got cancelled, and like it was a whole fucking thing, and unfortunately I still have the Nendo and I need to sell it, and it's just like I'm so burnt out. I'm so burnt out, bros. Let's start a movement, make VTuber fans like football fans. Let's stop fighting outside the spoons if someone bans about Hiroshi. I would honestly have that as just like let's actually just make that a video. Let's make that like a animation of if VTuber fans were football fans. And it's just like two types of VTuber fans just like beating the fuck out of each other. I've been really lucky that nobody I've ever really been into has gotten cancelled or gotten remotely controversial. You're so fucking lucky. I have not had the same luck. I think I'm a really bad read of character sometimes. No more doxing, let's start boxing, yeah! Imagine VTuber drama start getting settled in the ring. Like, let's be real. Like, Doki's WrestleTuber, we could just evolve that to the next level. Let's take it to actual beef. No more scripted drama. No more like. No more of that. We need two VTubers that hate the fuck out of each other. But no, I'm a fan in the room. No, they're chill. They're chill. It's more like, I would say, an indie fan with a like Hololive fan or something like that. Oh god, I'm getting an idea of people skinning fighting games like Street Fighter with their characters, the Digitalive beef and fight. That'd be so funny! Oh my god! Like, okay, right. Idol Showdown exists. So there's that. But then, like, I guess, like, you could do Mugen. Like, you could do, like, a really good Mugen mod or something. And then just, like, mod your Oshis into it. Because, like, okay, they have the 3D models in, just around, right? They have the 3D models, like, certain, like, VTubers. So, you could take those models and then, I guess, just give them the fight sets of, like, another character. I don't know how modding works. I'm fucking dumb. But, like, put them in Mugen. There you go. Commentate like it's Pokemon. Yeah. Oh my god, bro. Andy, you threw me fucking back. You threw me back. I used the... That was like a vocal stim when I was like 13. We had a night to say, we demand a shrubbery. Basically got it right. Yeah. Did I have any other goals? No, I already put non-fiction. I mean, yeah, okay. Roughly back on topic somehow. I would say, like, I guess, like, the other things would probably be, like, streaming related. So, like, I would say, like, more collabs. Would be fun. I want to potentially say more horror games, but I'm a wuss. I really can't. They can be fun, but, like, the way when I play a horror game, I just genuinely feel like I want to throw up. But okay, right. In terms of horror games that I've had my eyes on, I've had Crow Country has been one I've been interested in. I'm aware Signalis has, like, horror aspects, but I think it's a bit more, like, visual novel-esque. I don't know. I know nothing about it. But Signalis has been on my radar. And maybe Outlast? Maybe? And also, gonna be honest, I have never played Phasmophobia. Is it Phasmophobia? Phasmo, like the one where you haunt ghosts. Ghost game. Signals will spook the socks off you. Ooh. I just hear the story's really good with Signalis, and that's like Phasmophobia. Yeah. Like I'd love to do a Phasmo collab, but I'm a wuss. Outlast is cheap jumpscare central. True. Because I like horror games where it's like not jumpscare heavy, which is why I really loved Mouthwashing, because it was like very much story heavy and not jumpscare heavy. Signalis is a brilliant jump game, but it has spooks in it. Yeah. Like I'm okay with the occasional one. Like it will still make me throw up, but like I'm okay with the occasional thing. Like I can't do a jumpscare fest. Is Mouthwashing good? Yes. I like when I first played it, I think some of the plot went over my head, but then when I looked at it a bit more and I was like, holy shit, this plot is so good. It is insane. I love it. It's like, admittedly, the game is pretty much walking sim. Like, you only get like a certain few things that you need to interact with, but it is really good. You can play it in like 3 hours. I love it. Love it to bits. it is my game of the year. It's basically a perfect product that delivers what it aims to do in excellent fashion. Yes, genuinely. Like, I have very little I can criticize the game on. I even, like, thinking about it now, it's just like, I can't criticize it. I'm just like, I think everything it set out to do, it did it. And I love it. It scared the bejesus out of me. It's a tiny slice of a game, but yeah, I think if there's anything, I wish there was more, but I'm like, also like, it still achieved everything it wanted to do within that tiny space of time, and that's amazing. There's games that are bigger that can't achieve, like, half of that stuff, and it's like, it's a masterclass of storytelling. It really is. Okay, I'll put it down as, like, maybe horror. Maybe horror? Because, like, I want some goals that are, like, achievable, because I've got some in my, like, debut slides where it's a bit more, like, vague, I'd like to do this, you know, but it's, like, more, what's achievable, I guess. It's a tiny slice of a game, but yeah, yeah, since you've done mouthwashing, I think Signalis can compare in terms of weakness. Nice, yeah. You could say you've lived mouthwashing, yeah. Signalis is more slowly paced mouthwashing. Actually, I would probably like that. I'd probably like that Signalis is slower. And if I'm correct, I think Signalis is kind of like third-person camera, which might be better for me than first-person. First-person shit makes me want to puke. Oh, actually, okay. I was thinking today, watch-alongs. I, like, with, like, my live today, I would really like to do a watch-along at some point. I don't know with what. I would like to do one of my, like, effed up films. It's a top-down early Resident Evil style. Oh, okay, I could probably handle that, actually. Like, right, okay. I watched Little Fella play a bit of Resident Evil 4. And early Resident Evil 4, I wanted to puke. Effed up films, I'm curious. Yes, so I'm not a big fan of jump scare horror, but I do love horror, and I'm a very big fan of, like, effed up films. I like the stuff where it's, like, on those most disturbing list. Very heavy, like, trigger warnings for, like, half the shit, but I really enjoy watching them. I think intellectually they're, like, really interesting. Of just, like, how much you can get away with, and then also, like, how, you know, you push viewers, you know, ability to, I don't know, the Secret Source movie. Oh, I could do the Secret Source movie. Yeah, because, like, yeah, maybe, like, either, like, you know, messed up films or something, like, disturbing films, or we do, like, bad films or something. Or actual good films. Have you seen Apostle? It's more like gothic horror. Okay, I'll note that down. Apostle. Because, honestly, me and Little Fella are looking for any more film recs. We love watching these films. It's the antithesis of Outlast because it's entirely atmosphere based on... oh, Darkwood. I haven't played Darkwood, but I'm aware of it. Because, what's it? I think Pyro made, like, that massive, like, video on it. So, I'm aware of it. I've been aware of it for a while. I've just not gone around to playing it. I might play that. I've also thought about maybe Fear and Hunger, but I know that's really hard, and I'm not the biggest fan of, like, super hard games. I get, like, really demoralized if I get really, like, far in it and then, like, die. But I'm pretty sure I'd have to download, like, a patch for that. Because, I'm pretty sure, like, half the game isn't, like, friendly for Twitch. The most I've ever been scared in the game was Darkwood because a floorboard just creaks my pants. Yeah, because I've seen a bit of Fear and Hunger, and, like, the start of Fear and Hunger scares me because the dogs are too loud. That's literally it. Everything else about the game is, like, I can sort of handle it, but the dogs are too loud, and I don't like that. Stop being loud! There's a mod that makes all the no-no stuff. Plan goes, yeah. Scary games. Yes, like, maybe. Because I get scared. Maybe horror game. What else was I saying, like, horror game-wise? Okay, I don't think it's a horror game, but I have wanted to play Disco Elysium for a really long time. I need friends to play scary game with for me to watch because I'm too baby. Yes, like honestly, same. I've said to little fella, right? I've said to little fella about doing Resident Evil 4 or something, but like, thank you for the look. I've said to little fella to like with little Resident Evil 4, it's like I don't want to play on my own. Like I need you to backseat me. I scream and then my neighbors get mad. I'm lucky my neighbors haven't got mad. I'm surprised they haven't. Like, in my spare time, I like sing a lot, and I'm surprised they haven't like just complained. Disco Elysium is incredibly well written and complex. Yeah, it's like it genuinely has caught my attention. Yes, absolutely recommend me shit. I love any recommendations. Like, you know, might take time to get around to them, but I'm just like absolutely love a recommendation. And also, yeah, Disco Elysium. Because the other one I've been, so you have the passion for a world with its own set of politics that you can wrap your head around. It's right. I mean, I fucking love a game that like is well written, and you know, knowing that the game is like super dense, like politically and stuff, it's like that shit sounds so interesting. I'm so down. Another thing on this like resolutions list, I really want to do karaoke. I've been trying to like go through like scenes and stuff to see if I can set this up. Rimworld, yes, Rimworld, you're right. I would like to play Rimworld on stream. Rimworld, and everyone's names of that would actually be really good. Rimworld viewers are in game. That's actually really cute. I'd love that. Okay, so it's not horror at all, but I would recommend Road 96. The story is good, the world is good, and the replayability is great. Ooh, okay. Road 96. I will note that down. Thank you very much. Once again, the writing comes into play. Once again. Oh wait. Yeah. Once again, we be writing. But karaoke, I really want to do karaoke. Cause like, I'm not like a trained singer by any means, but genuinely, whenever I have like free time and I'm just like on my own or whatever, I do just sing. I really enjoy singing. I'm like, I don't know, like, again, I don't know if I'm that good, but I also don't think I'm that bad either. You sound like you'd have a nice voice karaoke. Yeah, I think like, once I figure out how to actually sort out the... Oh, Dead Rising, that would be good. Dead Rising. Frank West, yeah. But yeah, I really like singing, so I would really like to do a karaoke. He's covered walls, you know. One of my favourite games ever is called The Eternal Cylinder. It has a lot of horror elements, but the game itself is a genetic manipulation survival platformer. Ooh, I will note that down. Eternal Cylinder. Love the authentic audible pen clips. Yeah, we're analog up in this bitch. It's actually a really cute pen, because my god, the shop was so expensive, but it was like a shop full of like Sanrio and like cutesy merch and stuff. So I have two pens that are My Melody and Chromie themed. So they've got like little bits on the pen holder bit with like My Melody and Chromie. I'm using the My Melody one, so it's a pink pen. It's really cute. It writes really well. It was expensive. As far as pens go, it was pretty expensive, but I really like it. Deadly Premonition! That game would break so hard. Deadly Premonition. Every time you cry in end stream, take a shot. Fucking hell, that's mean. But like, okay, there's not a lot of horror bits in Deadly Premonition, so I might be okay. Have I played Soma? No. I'm aware that Soma is a bit less jump scare heavy, but it's also fucking terrifying. But it's like it's a maybe with Soma. Soma's a big maybe. Merge. I can't see what that is. What is that? I was talking about the horror that games are. Every time I cry in end stream. What do you mean cry in end stream? Like, I would just be fangirling because it's Frances York Morgan, my baby girl. Oh, that does actually, like, put me on the subject of the other thing I did want to bring up. Me and little fella found a new baby girl. His name is Ash Williams from the Evil Dead franchise. We fucking love him. It's my absolute go-to whenever the question of want horror game, never played horror comes up. Right, okay. Evil Dead, yes. So, observation duty. Yeah, like, I have heard of them, but like, everything I've seen of them looked kind of jump scary though. Observation duty. Duty. Because, you have to understand, it's like, I'm very sensitive to jump scares. Even the idea of jump scares scares me. Have I played Bioshock? I have not played Bioshock. I have not played Bioshock. I remember, like, when the trailer for Infinite dropped, Bioshock Infinite, I think that's the name of it. Five Nights at Freddy's. I couldn't do Five Nights at Freddy's. I couldn't do Five Nights at Freddy's. A bit cheap because it's basically spot the difference, but the difference is a naked guy crawling on the wall and he screams at you. Yeah, I couldn't do that. Like, as far as horror games go, I would like a horror game that has a really good plot. I don't think I would like a horror game that either like a good plot or a really inventive like mechanism, because like Rat Shaker was like one that I thought was interesting enough because I thought the mechanism of shaking a rat was really funny. Like a nice offset to the horror. And luckily with Rat Shaker, it did only have like one major jump scare, and I think that in itself was agreeable for me. Like, it scared me and then I felt better. So it was right up your alley, Polarized. Yeah, I know nothing about it actually, so I genuinely should try Soma. Because like, as far as like horror goes and stuff, like, I like horror films and things. Not jump scare horror, I like horror. So I'm a big fan of things like Ari Aster's films. Other ones, I like Funny Games, by Hanagi. I think that one's a really good film. What other ones? You know, like First 28 Days Later, great film. There's probably others I can't think of right now, but you know, I can't say anything to avoid spoiling, but yeah, it's got a very nice story. Nice. Same as horror movies, I prefer something that will deeply traumatize me for weeks rather than dump. Yes, absolutely! Like, I want to think about that shit for weeks. I don't want my heart to go, like, palpitation. Ugh. Okay, right. You need to understand why one of the things is, like, why I don't like jump scares. One is sensory issues, right? But me and little fella played Cry of Fear once. Or, like, he played it, I watched it, and I got so scared with Cry of Fear, I had a heart palpitation for real. Cry of Fear is the only game I rage quit on stream and played something else. Yeah, I don't blame you. Because, like, I had a heart palpitation, and I've never had one in my life. And I had to lie down on the bed and just be like, I can't fucking do this. That hurt. Like, it just went like, boom. Oh, because it was very jump scare heavy and I couldn't handle it. I'm such a wuss with jump scares. I can't do them. Like, and again, I love horror. Conceptually, I think horror is so interesting. Hell, I'm trying to do half of that with, like, some of the Elias stuff and whatnot, you know? Like writing and things. Like, I love writing that stuff. Cool, so playthrough, yeah? No, we're not doing that. Unless I get, like, balls of steel with jump scares somehow, we're not doing that. The reason I rage quit is because the game disables the inbuilt engine or ability to quick save, and I got auto-saved at a point with low health, and I had to get through so many insta-kill segments, so I struggled for 2 hours before. Ooh, that sucks. I couldn't do that. Genuinely, I couldn't do that. I mean, if any of you watched that fucking long stream I did where I tried to do Faith in one run, I'm really bad when it comes to rage quitting. One day we'll return to Faith. How about that? We put that on the New Year's resolution as well. Where is that? Resolutions. Where's the text bar? There it is. Faith the Revenge. Faith. Revenge run. I don't think we'll do the marathon run because that just fucked me up. It was an exercise in frustration, and I streamed to have fun and enjoy myself. Yeah, like, I think one of the big things with streaming for me has been, like, managing, like, mold, I guess. With fighting games, sometimes I'd get a bit moldy. I've been a bit better recently, but, I think I don't, like, it can be funny. It can be funny for audiences and stuff, but I don't really like getting moldy. I'm not generally an angry person, so I don't really like when a game makes me angry. I only like it if it's angry and I'm still funny. Like, I don't like just being angry. Consider playing Don't Fret. It's a 6 psychological mascot horror puzzle game. Okay, I'll note it down. Don't Fret. New Silent Hill? Maybe. Genuinely maybe. Because, okay, Silent Hill, right? I've never played 2, so I would like to play 2. I might have to make sure if my computer can handle 2, because I may need more storage space. I'm not sure. I might be alright. I didn't mean to have 6 in there. Oh, it's alright. Oh, psychological mascot horror puzzle game. Okay. And okay, because my interest in Silent Hill, right? There's the new one that's being developed, and Ryusuke's writing it. And Ryusuke wrote Higurashi and Umineko. I haven't finished Umineko, but I have finished all of Higurashi, and it is one of my favorite, like, visual novels just ever. And the horror in Higurashi is fucking amazing. And considering, like, the trailer for that, like, Ryusuke Silent Hill is basically similar stuff to anything in Higurashi in terms of its, like, you know, floral slash, you know, old Japan themed stuff. Like, I'm just conceptually I'm just thinking, okay, what if you had, like, the nail pulling scene in a Silent Hill game, or like the neck scratching, or the what else? Oh, the bit where, like, Satoko is getting, like, fucking nailed to that, like, cross by Shion. I think it was Mion, actually. I think it was Mion that did that one. Like, God, Higurashi is genuinely one of my favorites. Like, just things. It has stuff that, like, I do criticize, you know? I think, like, some of its, like, humor is a bit weird, and, like, you know, some of its writing of certain characters isn't the best, but where it excels, it really does. Like, my favorite character in that is Satoko. I think, like, I got really attached to her character because, like, she made me fucking cry. I think it was because, like, it was the bit where, like, again, like, the sort of nailing also to the cross, and, I don't know if it was a cross, but it was, like, you know, a bit of wood or something. And it was, like, where she was, like, still trying to be brave despite it, and it was just like, fuck, I love you! You did nothing wrong! Even in the anime, it's like, you did nothing wrong, I still love you! Play Afraid of Monsters. I don't know that one. I'm assuming, knowing you, I assume you are just giving me the jump scare ones though. Afraid of Monsters. I will note it down. It's not a guarantee, but it's at least like I'll keep it in mind. Is there any other, like, stream resolutions we can think of? Okay, right. I don't know if we will do it next year, but I would really like to, like, host an event. Like, I guess, like, say, multi-streamer event. Collab. Cause my thinking, right? Oh, the press. No, we're not doing it. Because my thinking, right, I would really like to do a small indie collab tournament of a fighting game. So, like, FGC tournament for VTubers. like the spelling bee bacon dinner more closely. Yeah, something like, because I think, all things considered, like, fighting game tournaments can be really big. But the thing is, depending on the amount of people, it might go on for a very long time. Would you be playing too or just commentating? The thing is, I'm not sure if I'm confident commentating, but at the same time, if I was the one to host it, I don't mind commentating. Because, you know, I would have been the one to set up. I feel like that the responsibility would fall to me to do that. Yeah, just tournament also. I don't know if it would be this year. I don't know if I still want to get practice in just doing collabs and, you know, figuring out how those work and stuff. But I would really like to do, like fighting games and VTubers and, you know, get more VTubers involved. Because I think what could be really fun with, like, a fighting game one is if the VTubers involved don't have experience in fighting games. Like, it would actually be really interesting to get VTubers who haven't played a fighting game, give them, like, a time frame of just, hey, here's the game, don't worry, you don't have to be an expert. Like, I'm not asking you to learn how to do a DP, let alone, like, a full quarter circle or something. Like, if you can just figure out how the buttons work, that's fine. Get the term. Yeah, I think if I had to do a, like, you know, a commentator role, I think we'd probably need a stream where I just read the entire dictionary, the fighting game dictionary, and then look at, like, video examples. It's like, okay, I know what I'm looking at now. And just become, like, the perfect commentator. I'm absolutely terrible at playing games because I'm really bad at memorizing the combos and then reacting real time with my toolkit. Yeah, like, but again, I think everyone starts there. I started there, you know? Like, you know, it took me ages to get my head around, like, Grand Blue and Street Fighter. And then once I did, it was like, oh, I get it. I'd co-host for the Lingo and Lemao. True, yeah, you can be fun. You're the Lingo and I'm the funny. We'd actually end up just both being the funny. Like, or we get, like, different commentators at certain times as well. Like, if two people need to dip or so. You should do more math games. You know what? Yeah. Genuinely, I would like to do just, like, a math stream. I don't know why that happens. Sometimes when you, like, maybe it's just me issue with fucking... Why are you like that, Streamlabs? Properties. Why? Oh, damn it. Okay. I don't know if anyone else gets this issue. When, like, you go onto, like, your properties for, editing, like, a thing, mainly text, and then, like, it zooms in on the text and then you can't actually add anything more. I don't know why. I just have that issue. I will probably have to add this as, like, a new bit of text because for some reason I couldn't do that. Unless that fixed it. Just going off of it. There we go. Okay. It changed font. What the hell? That's crazy. Okay. Whoa! I got a notification. Okay. Yeah, I guess math stream as well. Math stream. Oh, yes! No, okay. Me and Little Fella were talking about something that was like, this would be so fucking cruel, but it would be really, really, really funny. Is a math stream where Little Fella is giving me the math questions or something, and I have, like, a shock thing on. So if I get it wrong, I get electrocuted. If it's just newbies, don't be... Yeah, that was what I was saying with the fighting game thing, is, like, it wouldn't be fair. Like, it wouldn't be fair to pit, like, newbies against, like, pros also. So I think, like, if it's, like, mostly just, have you played this game before? No, totally fine. And then we could do ones that are, like, pro categories also. So it's like, or like, you know, I have experience, things like that. Hardcore math. Yeah, literally! Math that breaks the Geneva Convention. I thought that could be really funny, and I think that would be really fun. I also have this idea for a stream that I want to do after I have my debut. I don't want to give too much away for it, because I think, all things considered, it will just be like a just chatting stream, but conceptually, I think it's really, really dumb, and I think it would be really funny. We could go all in and we tailor a time up street based on playtime. True. And like, you know, maybe gauge like, oh, who do you think you'd play or something like that. Actually no, that'd be probably better to ask nearer the time of like, who did you end up like maining. So then we have like a grasp on like who they are and who they're maining and stuff. I think that would be really fun. I think that'd be really fun to like host also. The thing is, like, you know, I'm very much like I need to sleep sort of person, so if I did that, it would have to be like a very dedicated like day or probably even night to doing that collab to make sure like all the time zones and stuff match up and things. Because it could go on for quite a while depending on like, how many people are in it. There's no promises right now. There's no promises. I need to just get more confident doing collabs and just even like asking for collabs. I love sleep. Sleep's awesome. Sleep is so good. It's my favourite pastime. What is the time? It is 7:14? I think it's 7:14. Oh, I have a message. What's that message? Ah. Yeah, okay. I think that's about it for now, as far as resolutions go. Nice little list of some things of just like personal and stream, like want to get betters with and whatnot. I think once we get the live 2D model, I think a lot of doors will open. Of, you know, just generally like streaming and stuff. I think we'll get a lot more interesting things happening. You know, it's like, it's, you know, I'm still the same old me. Nothing's gonna change, but like, you'll at least see my little fucking movements and stuff. I think that in itself would just be really fun. I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait. So yeah, I think that's nice. Okay, tomorrow we might have a stream. I would like to try to have one, even if it's just like a small one where we just do like a little doodle or something. Because I do have a New Year's party to go to. Little fella's having one at his place, and we're gonna have some friends round. I'm gonna try making some mulled wine. I thought that would be really nice. And have you played? Right, okay. Amori, I have very mixed feelings on. I never finished it, and admittedly, still don't really know how it ends. But I did try. As a certified model for Haver, I can confirm it's pretty fun. Yeah, I want model. I can't wait. I'm excited. So, January is my Christmas. It's my Christmas where I get a model and I'm very happy. I mean, I have the model. I already have it. It's just I want to show it to everyone and have fun with it. But yeah, Amori. I got spoiled on Amori. I just couldn't get into it post-spoiler. Yeah, because for me, I found out about it from early trailers, pre-Nintendo Switch trailers, and I was like, oh, game that's cute, but has, like, horror. I like that. I played Doki Doki. I like Doki Doki. I want to play that. But, like, I feel for me, I wasn't as much of a fan of the Earthbound-like as much as I was a fan of the horror aspects. So, and it took, like, ages to get to the horror stuff. So I feel like my enthusiasm with Amori kind of died a bit, because I was just like, it's not, you know, it just wasn't doing it for me, I think. Maybe if I revisit it, I might enjoy it, but like, I don't know. Maybe I have to play it with someone else who hasn't played it or doesn't know anything. Maybe I should play. Yeah, that's what I think. Maybe if I backseat you or something, like, I don't mind doing that. Oh, I love Doki Doki. Brilliant experience. That I know it sounds great. Really helped me grow as a person. Oh, nice. Because yeah, I really fell in love with Doki Doki. I think, admittedly, since then I've played a game that does that concept better, which is Totono. I'll put that in chat. You, me, and her. I feel like Totono does the same concept of like meta horror visual novel better. But I still really liked what Doki Doki did at the time, especially as someone who didn't know Totono at that point. Oh yeah, you should play Yik. Maybe Maybe. I don't know. I feel like people rag on that game a bit too much. Is it, you know, I don't know if it's that bad also. Like, I've kind of, you know, I've mellowed out in a way where it's like, sometimes people rag on shit of like media and stuff, and it's like, it's not bad. Okay. You know, I think like sometimes people rag on shit for being like X, Y, or Z, and it's just like, maybe it's not that bad. Yeah, maybe it's just like, you don't have a preference for how it's written or something. I don't know. As Peter Griffin says, it insists upon itself. Right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, probably not. I don't know. I think like, I'm not a big person for RPGs. It's maybe just haven't played enough of them. But I generally don't really play like those sort of RPG stuff. Cause like, I've never really played a Final Fantasy and things. Yeah, so, yeah, like, you know, I used to play Pokemon back in the day. You know, I've still got a soft spot for it at least. I've been playing the card game, like the pocket card game a bit more. But like, yeah, I never really got into the RPG genre. Like, I liked Persona, but I've never played Persona. I like watched videos of people playing Persona. So I feel like playing Persona would be a weird one because I kind of know the plot. I can't know the plot without the attachment. It's just like, oh, I like the songs. But maybe Metaphor. Metaphor sounds interesting. Like, one of the few ones I've liked is Baldur's Gate, but even then I haven't actually finished Baldur's Gate. Me and Little Fella did a run, and then like we got to Act 3 and then we stopped. Which apparently is a really big issue. Apparently a lot of people play Baldur's Gate and then don't finish it. Alright, I think my mouth is starting to hurt a little bit, so I might think about ending the stream here. Yeah, so I'll see about trying to stream tomorrow. We could do maybe some drawing. I'm thinking like a short stream. I don't think we'll do like a long stream. It depends. It depends what time, like how much time I've got. If I need to do anything before, like my New Year's party. Baldur's Gate was so good for me. I finished it thrice. Oh yeah. Stanley Parable. Yes, I have played Stanley Parable. I don't think I played the remake of it though, so I don't. If there's other endings, I probably don't know them. But I have played Stanley Parable. I do love it. There's just so much replay value you can have in that game. It's insane. Yeah, like I have thought about revisiting Baldur's Gate. If I can do it as a stream, I would really love to, because I'd love to do a Dark Urge run. I think that would be really fun. Or like a run where we keep very much in line with everything we establish about Elias. And, like, we only build a character that works off everything we establish about who Elias is. That could be fun. Which, actually, I'm thinking about it now. Like, I think there's a few of us that kind of headcanon Elias as, like, our ace. Which could probably mean that, like, I wouldn't be able to get into relationships, which would be like, yeah! Asterion, I need to kiss your pretty face! Deluxe Edition features some new good stuff. It's basically like DDLC plus with the original games kind of obsolete. Oh, right. Will there be a Hobbit? Maybe? I don't know. I think Elias is pretty tall. I don't think Elias is pretty short. Because I remember, like, Megalyn did a, what was it? D&D type stream of, like, what character would you be? And I remember her, and I can't remember who else did the stream with her. It might have been Tats, can't remember. They ranked me as an artificer, where it's like, oh, I would summon like a typewriter also. And I was like, I love that. That sounds so cute. I just don't know what type that falls under. I think it's a wizard type, but I couldn't tell. I'm still pretty new to D&D. I do a campaign, but I'm still pretty new in terms of my knowledge and stuff. So, like, I listen to Dungeons and Daddies. I have played Baldur's Gate, but I haven't finished it. And I do a campaign, but, like, I haven't played a lot in terms of, like, roleplay stuff. Which in itself is something I'd like to do more of. I've always thought it'd be interesting to do, like, a Call of Cthulhu game. That one sounds really interesting. Alright. I'm just yapping. I'm yapping. Alright, Stream manager. Create a dashboard. Stream manager. Who should we raid? I can see that. Who's live? Who's live? Oh yeah, I've been trying to do the task because Kenta did a like 100 VTubers you should watch. I saw like Dorian Bacon were on there. I didn't finish the whole stream, but I did go through and I did follow like quite a bunch of people on there. So that was really cool. Yapaway, I've been enjoying what you have to show through the Yapper. I love to yap. I love to yap. Like, fuck, I read all of A Christmas Carol. That hurt my face so much at the end. Which actually, like, I'm really pleased how that went. Because I was really worried I'd stumble on my words a lot. Because, like, when I read, like, games sometimes, I always stumble when I'm, like, trying to voice act them and things. But, I actually did, like, a really good job with Christmas Carol, and I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, and like I'd definitely do that again. I think maybe if we did like a bigger book, we'd do it as like a few chapters per stream. We wouldn't do like the whole thing in one, because Christmas Carol we could. I was like, that could be 3 to 4 hours. Like I knew that much going in. But like maybe doing, you know, short stories, that could be really fun. Or like, you know, if I could do like a full book read along with chat, that could be really cute. Like, I'd love to share like my love of Frankenstein or something. Or like Gatsby could be really good. But yeah. Alright. Umbrel's live. Who am I following? Who am I following? Who's around? Who's around? Yeah, why not? Let's raid Umby. Yeah. What's he doing? He is just chatting. Oh, yapping then Spore. I've never played Spore. I would really like to play Spore. Alright, I'm gonna go grab some food. I will try to stream tomorrow. It'll probably be an early stream, so about like 12 PM GMT, depending on life or whatever. Alright, thank you for joining. Really appreciate it. I think we got some good resolutions going. I'll see you around. Bye-bye! Bye-bye!